names.
We're live.
Oh,
No last name.
hey, welcome to the Zingers podcast, a podcast where we talk about guy things, but not in a gay way. This is a podcast we've had an idea for about a year, but due to tight schedules and not giving a shit eventually, we never streamed it. But here we are a year later, and now we're streaming. So if
Yes.
everyone wants to introduce themselves, Enoch.
Hey, what's up? So, I'm Enoch. Uh, I didn't really help start the podcast at the beginning. Kind of jumped in. That's about it.
All right, you were kind of lagging out there. All right, hi, I'm Liam. You can also call me Socks. You don't have to. I guess I was really one of the original guys who kind of put together the idea. Me, Nick, and soon to be, you'll hear about Dom here in a second. But we kind of conjoined and had an idea, and like Nick said, started out about a year ago, and now we're doing it. And that's about it. Also, I play piano. That's my
Dominic.
Hi, I'm Dominic. You can call me Dom or whatever the hell comes to mind for you. I'm one of the OG guys to start this podcast thing. Been trying to get it to go up, but Nick's robotic stuff got in the way, whatever. So what matters now is that we're here, and hopefully something comes out of this.
All right, and I am Nick. I was one of the starter factings of this, and I No, that's about it. All right.
So what are we gonna talk about here, guys? What are your
All right, so
topics?
Liam, I know
Introduce your
you
topics.
wanted to talk about your thing first because you were really excited about
I
that.
don't really mind. You guys, if you guys want, we can go. I was
no,
thinking.
No. I wanna hear about your thing. First.
Well, okay, so I was just thinking like it in present time. That's why I wanted to go first. But let's talk about what we're going to talk about. Like, give a little intro of what we're talking about first, and that's what I'll do. So I will be talking about the coronavirus and how I think most likely, almost definitely, that it's man-made. And that's my little intro there. Who else wants to go?
No, we're going on this.
All right. So we're starting. We're starting.
No,
Corona.
yeah, no, we're starting.
All right, so here we go. All right, so coronavirus. We all know what's kind of been going down. People getting infected. It started out in Wuhan. And I guess I'll just jump right into this. So the reason why I think it's man-made is so why would the Chinese cover up their death numbers or spoof their death numbers and their infected numbers and how many cities and how many people, again, infected numbers, were infected. Why would they say that only a couple cities or even apparently one was just infected when in reality, when they were talking about that, it was more around 10. And the number has obviously gone up to, of infected and shit like that. And I just want to talk about people think that someone got it from like bat soup. Yummy bat soup. No, that's not how that happens.
Okay, that doesn't make sense though. That doesn't why the fuck would you get, a disease that's killing shitloads of people?
Exactly.
From a
fucking bat. How would you get an infection that's killing people from
coronaviruses?
a
Like we're
fucking
already
bat?
saying, like they're just a subclass of viruses.
Yes, but this is what we're calling it. So we're calling it the coronavirus. And why would I'm still going on it. Why would the Chinese let their people travel?
Oh, here's the thing: is that's been a thing since a decade ago. That's been like a communist thing of just, hey, people are fucking dying. Let's not talk about it because it's like I want to say like a sign of pride, even though like in reality, you shouldn't be caring about that. You have your people dying. You need help.
Okay, yeah, but think about this: they're arresting people out on the streets just for doing their normal thing. I mean, I get it, maybe because it's a safety precaution so people don't get infected, but it's not like it really matters. People are already dying and spewing up blood and choking on blood. The lungs are collapsing. Collapsing. It's just
clapping.
Why? Shut the fuck up. Why would you want to cover up a major epidemic if it wasn't man-made? Why would they come out and again spoof their own numbers and shit like that? I want to know, like, what's your guys' opinions on this?
Real
quick. because
I don't.
I have incriminating evidence again that this is most definitely man-made, and we'll start off with a big spicy zinger right here, i.e. why this podcast is called Zingers, by the way. Fucking some guy, some professor in Harvard gets arrested. This happened 3 days ago by U.S. authorities for lying about the virus and taking money from the Chinese. He lied. He worked on the virus. He lied about the virus. The Chinese were paying him, right? And this basically proves, I think, that it's man-made. And the other fact is, again, it's mutated way too fast, by the way. It's now airborne. It also is giving people, it's infecting people with HIV, so, AIDS. Originally, we thought it was skin-to-skin contact, but a virus like this doesn't take 2 weeks around to fucking mutate. It takes way longer. Way longer.
Suppose that this Harvard scientist did make this, and it is man-made. What do you think the Chinese would actually have to gain from this? What would they have to gain from making a virus that they can't control?
Well, okay, so that's the whole thing. Is that my thing is, I think they wanted to obviously, kill their enemies with a biochemical, a bioweapon. But the whole thing is that it may have backfired, and I think their plan in Wuhan was to indeed infect people in China and hope they travel, right? Which they did, but to different cities and not really to any other country, i.e. America or fucking Brazil or France or Germany. And sure, people are still getting infected, but it still backfired on them. They wanted more people to get infected in different countries, and yet instead it just infected everyone in China. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess.
And they say that fucking the whole thing in Wuhan was that literally they have a fucking biolab 8 minutes away from apparently where the fucking virus started. Does that sound a little suspicious to you? Because it sounds a little suspicious to me.
But when you think about the coincidences and everything, there's so many coincidences. You can literally look up.
Yeah, maybe a little too much.
Hundreds of coincidences with JFK's assassination. Sure, it's a coincidence. I don't necessarily think that just because there's a biolab right next to it means anything. It could mean something, but at the same time, coincidences.
Okay, but still, again, why? Why would they try to cover it up? I don't care if they're communist. If we're talking about just normally, excuse me, God, you wouldn't cover up, people die. You would want this to get out immediately. You wouldn't want to fucking cover it up. If there's a giant fucking pandemic happening in your country, you'd want to warn people immediately, right?
Well, here's the
and
thing,
they didn't.
The Chinese kind of hate us.
I don't give a shit. They're the Chinese. They only just asked for international intervention. They only just asked for international help from the CRBNs, the CRBN guys and shit like that. But again, if there was something that starts up almost immediately and starts infecting and killing people, you'd think you might want to put that out there and be like, hey guys, we can't fucking cure this yet. Can we get help fucking 3 days after it actually happens? You know what I mean? And
okay.
My other thing is that I know this. I could share the document with you guys. I think I actually did. If we scroll up here, I shared a document with you guys, a speech made by one of the Chinese guys. I don't care. But something came out of it is that they were literally talking about bioweapons and biochemicals, and right here I can read some. Rapid development of modern biological technology. We have seized the opportunity to master weapons of this kind, i.e. bioweapons. We are capable of achieving our purpose of cleaning up America of all of a sudden. If the Americans do not die, then the Chinese have to die. What's going on right now? Chinese people are dying instead of Americans. It is indeed brutal to kill 100 or 200 a million Americans, but that is the only path that we will secure a Chinese century. And sure, this is still a speech from a while ago, but it still was made and it was still addressed, and I think that is, very incriminating evidence that they indeed wanted to make some sort of bioweapon to infect us, Americans, and not just Americans, any enemy that they wanted to kill. And I can share this document with you, this picture here. And so I just, I want to know why the Chinese are getting away with this, first of all.
Well, because, okay, you're okay. Even if, like,
there's the document right there.
It's a common belief. You can't just, like, go out there and start, like, arresting Chinese.
No, I'm not talking about us. I'm just they've gotten away with things like this in the past. Hong Kong, we should have done something about that. We should have said something.
Well, you're saying,
and
that,
I mean we did, but
over.
I'm not saying like we send in fucking paratroopers or a nuke or something like that. But I'm saying they shouldn't be able to get away with something like this. You know what I mean? Again, they're only just asking for international help, even though I think the first case actually started out in like December, and it's the 31st, and again, they're only just asking for international help. They shouldn't get away with this. They're killing their own people. They're arresting their own people. They're killing their own people for doing something for getting infected, for dying. They're arresting people for dying and not wanting to die, and just wanting to go about their lives and not wanting to really look upon this. I don't know what I'm saying, but I think you get the gist. This thing's fucking man-made. They wanted someone to die, and it backfired.
So, okay, so I get that there is some stuff that you could say, like, oh yeah, this kind of proves that it's man-made, but it's like at the same time, even if your theory of just like they started in Wuhan expecting it to like travel to other places, what is that other than a terrorist attack? Because that's all it is essentially a terrorist attack.
That's what they wanted.
Well, what good does it do them? Go buy from Chinese markets? Oh, the Chinese markets are filled with fucking coronavirus. It really just hurts them. I don't really know if I believe this. At the same time, a guy was arrested. But the way I see it is just, it doesn't make sense for them to do that.
I don't know, but it doesn't make sense to me why, again, they would only just ask for international help, why they would only just put out the real numbers of dead and infected, and why they wouldn't ask for help only a week after people started getting infected, and they
Well, here's the thing: is I don't think that's fair, because assuming that you think you have the thing under control, and just now, because like first thing, like if something like Ebola started in the U.S., we wouldn't immediately start begging people for help. It takes
time, but I didn't say like I like a week, at least a good week, probably. That's what I'm assuming before they realize, or they should ask for. It shouldn't take that long to realize that people are dying in one area by some weird infection. It shouldn't take that long.
I suppose you're right.
So why didn't they ask for help sooner? That's what I want to know. And that's why I think it's man-made. It was intentional, but it backfired on them, so they wanted to cover it up. And that's what they tried to do. And then they realized they didn't have it under control, and it was too hefty of a deal. So they finally, after almost a fucking month, they finally asked for help.
Okay, do you believe that it's an actual problem, though?
I do.
Like, a threatening problem that could potentially kill upwards of 1 million people.
Maybe not 1 million, but a fucking good 1,000 is still a huge number.
Because with modern medicine, you got to understand that it's like the viruses are scary. Like we're getting to the point where where antibiotics.
Yes, but
aren't
with
working
modern
nearly as
medicine,
well.
antibiotics, like you're saying, you can't help a virus with
I was
antibiotics.
gonna say, I know, but we're getting to a point where medicine's starting, where diseases are getting scary again. Antibiotics are starting to fail. Ice caps are thawing, and diseases centuries old, millions of centuries old, are coming up. Whatever. At the same time though is the speed of that we have already started like getting this thing under control. It like is immense.
Well, yeah, I mean, compared to, I guess you could say compared to, the 1800s or 1700s, whatever, Black Plague.
I was gonna say, back 5 centuries ago, Black Plague and shit. Not even 5 centuries, longer than that.
Yeah,
Black
it's
Plague,
estimation.
where that goes and ravages someone. If it was this time period, the Wuhan would probably kill a good amount of China.
But yeah, but I don't know. It's just I think what they were trying to do was make a biochemical weapon, and I guess you could say it worked because the cases that we've had so far, you got to think about. We've only had about 3 cases, right? Maybe a little more. I don't know. Obviously, we could look that up, but sure, we've only had 3 cases. But you have to think about the people that were around those people, because one guy in Texas was tested positive for corona, and I think. Just being around him,
and
I think there was a whole bunch of
tested and was actually figured out to be a hangover.
Yeah, but like I think the guy who was tested positive, they said they could have over 110 suspects just from him alone. You could say that it did work, and that's why I think that it was man-made. They wanted rapid infection, they wanted rapid spread, and well, you never know. The people who came in contact with guy, considering that it's been proven to be airborne now, not just skin-to-skin contact, it's been proven to be airborne, those people could also be infected.
Right now there's, and this is updated 30 minutes ago, there was a 6th case in Chicago.
So 6 cases. That has to be just the fucking incriminating, one of the pieces of evidence that shows you that they intended to do this. Again, why wouldn't they shut down airports and shit like that when they heard about...
To me, it's the economy. I don't think the Chinese care about how deadly or the risks to other countries. Because shutting down shutting down the entire country and then spending millions, if not billions, of dollars on trying to cure this, it's got to hurt the nation, which is already, not like it is a first world country technically, but at the same time, I've been to China. China is a shithole. People are living in slums. It's like they can't afford this at the same time.
Which is also the other. That's why we need to do something about it. China can't keep getting away with killing their fucking people. I don't care that they're. I don't want to be racist. I care. Whoever the fuck you are, I care. If you're killing your own people, something should be done. The Chinese are fucking their own people. And they don't care. And they should. And we need to do something about it. Shit like this shouldn't go swept under the rug until it's too late.
That sentiment is in the recent years is really big with Hong Kong. A lot of people cared about Hong Kong. A lot of people still do care about Hong Kong. If not for the fact that you could potentially get really fucked up in Hong Kong. It's insane, because I think the anti-Chinese, it's not even anti-Chinese as in a racist thing. It's anti-Chinese government, because Chinese government is a government from the Cold War. It's still going on. It's changing so it can survive, but at its roots, it's still a dictatorship essentially.
Man, I don't know, man. It's just I think that they wanted to make a virus and it backfired on them. And sure. I thank you for the rebuttals and stuff like that. So that's my view. That's my topic. I guess we're done there. It was introduced
Gonna get off
poorly.
Conspiracy corner.
It was introduced poorly, but I think I gave everyone the gist of it. Whoever is watching, and I think we should move on to the next topic. Whoever's next.
Doc, you wanted to talk about Kobe, didn't
China
you?
bad.
Yeah. All in all, China bad. Fuck China.
All right, Enoch, you wanted to talk about Kobe.
I wanted to talk about Kobe. I was talking about forest
Totally
fires,
did.
dude.
Forest fires or Kobe?
Kobe Bryant started the Amazon forest fire, guys. It's confirmed. The helicopter confessed it all in the
Kobe's helicopter
Fucking
hit the
dickhead.
fucking Australia.
Hit the fucking Australia.
no, but
Oh, there's
So,
Aussies, mate. I'm sorry.
you know how like usually when like stuff like this happens, like the government tries to cover up with like, oh, it was just natural, like whatever, like it was climate change or whatever.
Yeah.
This time it's the opposite case. They actually tried to frame someone for arson, and it ended up being the fact that their climate was so bad that like all the trees.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that even Australia doesn't have to worry about that. Australia is in the worst spot, like, on the globe, where there's literally a fucking hole in the atmosphere. Like,
Yeah.
there's a big-ass fucking hole. And
Well,
the
I
Aussies
mean,
got it.
They kind of got to worry about it. They're on fire currently.
They have to worry about it, but there's not that much they can do, because it's like, I don't want to bring it back to China, but places like China, even us, with the amount of pollution that they're spewing out, like, it's killing people, like, and it's not even like intentionally. It's not like Chinese pollution only affects China; it affects everyone.
Yeah, and it's like it's crazy because they try to cover up the fact that it was pollution.
I don't see why.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's kind of weird. And yeah, it's but like I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't really ask a lot of like other countries for help because we literally can't. Like there's no way we can. Like we're not just gonna stop polluting. Like that's not a thing we can do.
Yeah.
But there's, at the same time, there's still things you can do.
I mean, there's things you can try to do, but all in all, my belief is that we are doomed no matter what.
I was gonna say
100%.
we're doomed if we do, and we're doomed if we don't.
Exactly.
If we do the necessary measures to save our planet,
We're still
and those are like the necessary stuff to save our
Are
planet within
big.
the next. Like you have to basically shut down infrastructure. The way of life we
power
live right now
plants and
will not be the same.
tell everyone to stop fucking driving cars. We're gonna have to walk
Exactly.
like cavemen all the time.
It's gonna be
Oh, yeah,
it'll
you
go back
gotta
to
shut down
horses,
every
electric
single
cars.
factory like in the world.
We'd have to convert everything to stuff like nuclear.
Not even nuclear. Like that. Just I don't. No. Yeah. No. I don't think that would work. Would it?
I feel like that'd be
Thorium.
No, nuclear. It's really economic. Like it's in terms of pollution,
It is
it
the
outputs
cleanest
a
Well, I
lot.
mean, for,
Yeah. I
like,
mean. Yeah.
for humans.
But because of like the the fucking what's it called, Chernobyl and shit.
It's very high risk and
Yeah.
expensive too.
yeah.
That's why nobody's gonna do
But at
it.
the same time, that's like what we're probably gonna have to do if we're not using renewables.
I mean, like we are like getting really advanced with just like electricity and stuff like that, like with
Yeah.
Tesla cars and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I mean.
How has Australia not been on fire before? Can we talk about that? Can we talk
They
about?
have been. It's just-
They have
this is
been,
the
though.
worst it's
Yeah.
been.
I was gonna say, but okay, you always hear about Cali, like Cali. Oh man, there's another Cali forest fire. Everyone burning
Oh.
down. How has that not happened in Australia?
Do you-
Australia is nothing but giant fucking venomous insects and dead
Well.
grass.
Okay. Well.
What if they're
Oh, it's
trying to
because
kill
Australians
those
are not
venomous
pot
insects,
smoking
dude?
commies.
Well, I
That's
mean,
why.
we can.
Yeah.
I think the reason why is it's natural. You know what I mean? This is just
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say.
a different case. Like they have it happen all the time, but it's just kind of part of Australia's kind of like cycle. You know what I mean? It's natural. It happens all the time. This is just the worst it's been.
Yeah, it's the worst it's been. Also, I'm sure Australia doesn't hear about every single time like someone sets a tree on fire in California.
Yeah, that's true.
Or, like, it floods or like there's an earthquake because that's like every single day.
Yeah,
California's fucking stupid.
It is. We should just
Sorry
Make
to
Australia
anyone
the-
who's in
the
California, but your state is
No,
fucking
fuck off.
dumb.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
honestly, don't even say sorry to them. They live in California.
No, we're not Canadian.
If Volt Not Volt. Wait, is Volt in California? I totally forgot. I think Amnesia's in California. One of the guys in.
Let's talk about Voldemort. Let's talk about Voldemort's sex.
No,
dude,
no.
hey, dude, I heard Voldemort has like a 9-inch cock.
Can we
goddamn.
fucking? Can we not?
Talk
Do
about Voldemort's
Hey,
9-inch.
remember what this podcast was founded on?
Guys doing guy things.
No,
Yeah,
it's
literally.
guys
Guys.
being dudes. You guys are fucking
Dudes
dumb.
being guys.
Just loving it. Guys being dudes. That's the
Man,
man.
joke. Ah.
Bunga bunga.
Ah, that's so funny.
All right. We're getting off topic. Let's
2020 memes are stupid.
Dude,
is that what your
can we
topic
talk
is?
about- Real
No,
quick,
no, no.
real quick. Can we just talk about how Simpsons predicts the future?
Shut
like-
the fuck
Fuck.
up.
I mean, come on. Like,
Shut
Kobe
up.
Bryant's
Shut
dead.
up.
Shut up.
Like,
Shut up.
Shut your whore
Australia
mouth.
is like hot. Was that in Simpsons? It probably was. Yeah. There hasn't been a lot of cases reported of like death in Australia, which is like not bad.
Of the
you know,
forest
only
fires?
20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the
it-
forest.
there's a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of,
because
like,
most of the people are
wildlife
in the
dying.
cities.
Because it's like in the it's not where people live.
It's in the fucking
It's, yeah,
bush.
it's in like the coast.
It's in the apex, mate. It's in the
Does
fucking
it?
bush.
With fires.
Because here's the thing: is it gets next to an Australian city. All Australian cities are like basically on the coast.
Yeah, which is
Then-
Well, no, the
they need
fires
to
are
start-
in the coast.
they're not.
Like they're not like by like Sydney or anything like that. But
I
like
was
Yeah.
gonna say, but no.
Yeah, they're
like,
not
on
by
the-
cities.
I was gonna say once they get next to a city though, they're just gonna be like, pull the full ocean on it, mate.
pull,
I mean,
just
you
pull
know,
the ocean over, mate. It's not
Make
that
sure you
hard.
grab
Pour a
the
cup
harness
of
doesn't
water
get
on it,
rusted.
honestly. Like, how hard is that?
How hard is pulling the ocean?
How
How
over?
do
hard is
people
just pouring
drown?
Cups of water.
How do people drown?
Oh my god.
Just
water.
hold
Dude,
your
just
arm
drink all
underneath.
the water when you drown.
Exactly. Just drink the fucking water, you
Just
fucking
drink
retard.
the water when you're done. What are you doing?
Anyways,
All the
I mean,
time in
you'll
the
have to
bathtub.
pee a lot.
but like I know
That's the one
I
big
already
problem.
said my topic, but I also kind of wanted to talk about what's it? Greta
World War III,
Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg. Thumb.
Thumberg.
Dude.
Thumb.
I'm gonna find memes
I
about
just
that
like
now.
I want to know why she's so famous.
It's
From
literally
no, 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 no,
because
no,
she's
no,
a
hold on,
woman.
hold on, hold on.
Young.
No, no, no. Let me continue. I want to know why she's famous because people have said the same goddamn things
I was gonna
and
say,
haven't
it's
gotten
literally-
famous off of it. So
for
many
some
people have
reason-
said the
for some
same
reason that
goddamn
we'll
things.
never understand. The media had a boner for her, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Let's." It's literally the media attention.
We fucking loved her, and then we wanted to fucking bully the. We wanted to fucking bully the fuck out of her.
Dominic,
You fucking dickhead. But I just want to know, like, what would I do if I'd said the same thing? What do you think would happen?
You wouldn't get any attention because you're a man.
No, it's not that I'm a man. It's just,
You have a penis.
just fucking. I don't know. Actually,
There's sausage between your legs.
I
You
just-
don't count.
I just want to know how she got famous off
It's
of what
literally
have
'cause
people
she's a
said
woman
before.
And she's
Okay.
young.
I was gonna say it's where she's from. She pulled a stunt to get here to talk. She got something. She got to talk to the UN. She did a stunt to get to talk to the UN. Let's talk about her stunt, by the way. Her stunt, if you guys don't know, was she was doing a
backflip.
no, that'd be sweet though.
Epic backflip.
That's Anthony's thing.
She sailed across the Atlantic in a boat that had 0 emissions, which is good, right? That's cool.
Sailboat.
Wow, that's so cool.
Those were invented before.
Okay, but here's the thing: is you gotta understand. She got the boat there. She had to get the boat back though. So guess how she got the boat back?
With emissions.
100%
She
emissions.
flew 2 technicians from Europe to the U.S. Then picked up the boat and then brought it back to where she's from. What like?
Oh,
she's like
Greta
Swedish? I don't know where she's from.
I know she's like from like what was it like
Norway.
Norway?
They flew from Norway to the U.S. to bring the boat back to Norway. By doing that, it would have been more efficient if she just flew because they had to do the
She's
fuel emission 2 people
Correction, she's Swedish.
Full-
Swedish. Yeah.
full way back. She literally did more damage to the environment by doing that stunt than she would have done if she
Yeah,
just flew over.
It's just like I don't. it just confuses the fuck out of me.
It's literally, it was like a perfect storm. It's
Confuses everyone.
whiny 16-year-old kid gets talk with UN
And
and,
it's
has a stunt.
yeah, but like
That's-
I have a feeling that her hand was held all the fucking way through.
Oh, no,
100%.
she's
There's
16.
no way
She's-
she thought of like her ideas.
she's
all
Exactly,
by
Like
yeah.
literally our age and younger.
Yeah.
I am thinking right now there would be no way for me to do that. And like
Just
I
do
understand
that.
how to
like-
do a lot of shit.
yeah.
But at the same time, I would not know what to do.
I don't know. Just like I just like who's to fucking say like you, Nick? Like who's to fucking say Nick can't come out on a podium and say the exact same thing? I just
here's
don't
the thing.
understand.
You got me a meeting with the UN. I did a stupid stunt that did more damage than it would just going talk to the UN. You got to the UN, and then you got a little bit of media coverage. I might not be nearly as popular as Thunberg, but goddamn, the media would be like, man, this Nick kid is a whiny little bitch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's
You haven't even
whining
said
so
anything
much.
yet,
Let's
and
just
they're already
listen to
calling
him
you
and let him
names.
stop.
And like it's just it's so confusing to me. It's perplexing. Maybe it's because I'm retarded, which I probably am, but
No, she is.
it's just
100%.
perplexing to me.
Is it wrong that I thought she was like 8 years old?
Yeah, no, I
No,
totally
no,
did.
no,
I
not
totally
at
did
all.
when I
Looks like
first
a
heard.
fucking baby.
I thought she was like 12.
Like
Yeah,
it's
a baby face.
exactly how we started off the whole climate. I wish I could tell her that no one fucking cares.
Here's the thing: is that she
can't
hasn't
do
done
anything.
anything. for
There
the
are
environment
only a
besides whine.
select few people, i.e., my father, God bless him, who go out and pick shit off of the fucking ground and they they recycle and they do all the right things, and God bless anyone who does that. But there's no point, because the amount of people who don't care overrules the amount of people who do care.
Yeah, like even the people who like ride their bikes all over the place, like that's not gonna help at all. There's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
so many more
sure, you
cars
fucking
than,
ride
like,
your
bike
bike, but you're still throwing a whole bunch of trash into landfills. That it's not gonna do shit. Riding a bike doesn't do shit. Sure, maybe
I mean,
exercise.
calf muscles
Hey,
go
good,
less.
yeah, good job on
Get
your
that
exercise.
booty.
If you're
Nice calf
if you're a
muscles,
if
bro.
you're a fat piece of doo doo or something like that who doesn't care and plays video games and jerks off to My Little Pony or some shit like that, but it doesn't do
Very
shit.
specific.
It doesn't do shit, and that's the point that I want to like again.
Who is the guy that made the floating thing that would collect trash passively?
I've never heard
I don't
of
know.
that.
Wasn't it like a net though? I thought that was honestly pretty innovative.
Because the guy, when he did it, was, by the way, 16. I'm looking for a name. He was 16, and he invented this thing that like works. I'm reading articles about how it's not working nearly as well as it should be, but then again, so
It
how
works.
much can you do? It works.
Yeah, there's so much you
And
can do.
he was very passionate, and he was very set up to this.
Right.
He got attention at the time, and then basically nothing. And you don't hear about him at all.
Right.
This
Yeah.
guy,
And he's
like,
done
was
more than
actually
Greta
doing
will
stuff.
ever do.
Exactly. He's actually doing stuff. When he's doing this stuff, he's very efficient, and he's actually making a change. Greta literally, her whole point is she didn't even make a change. She did more bad than she did good.
Yeah, her whole
Like, I don't get it.
point is complaining. Her whole thing is just complaining about it. She doesn't do shit. Again, you already proved that with the whole boat stunt that she pulled. She doesn't do shit. So I don't understand how she's such a big popular figure. It's perplexing. It blows my fucking mind.
It's just because we live in a society, man.
We live in a fucking society.
No.
Society.
Oh my god, dude, we live in a oh god. Fuck.
Dude, wait. We live in a society, guys?
No.
I don't know about this.
All right, so
Bro,
that's
I need to tell everyone I know.
that's climate change. Who else wants to go?
Climate change is
We still have Nick and Dom.
dumb.
I guess I'll
Here's
go.
the thing: is I honestly thought I don't really have that much of a point past what Ian said, because I thought he was talking about Kobe.
I'll probably bring up something
I
else
was not
if
talking
you don't
Like
have a
some
Oh, wait,
topic.
was-
Because
you're
I've
supposed to
I've
go
still got a
social
lot of
media.
talked about. Talked about. I'm fucking.
Talked about.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, hang
I
on.
mean,
I think I found
y'all
it.
want to talk
It's,
about impeachment? Get everyone
I
mad?
literally just lost it.
Nice job.
Go ahead.
All right.
Boy and Slat.
well,
Someone say J-Slut?
B-O-Y-A-N.
J-Slut?
B-O-Y-A-N-S-L-A-T. He's
Boing.
24 now, but he started when he was 14.
Oh, that's the guy?
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of weird that like on the internet you can search up a whole bunch of ways that people like did really cool things to like stop pollution. Like there was this one thing I saw on Snapchat like a year ago or something like that. It was like this chemical that like turned plastic into like clean drinking water or something like that.
I think I heard about
And there's
that.
no like updates on it at all. I haven't heard from like
At
anything.
most you hear about it once. Like
Yeah.
it's like in a little advertisement on your like stupid Snapchat or Instagram or something.
Yeah.
And then
A big thing that makes water out of nothing.
It's like these are really cool ideas and they do stuff and then you get like Greta just flooding the social media
Screaming and
constantly.
not doing anything.
Yeah, it's so stupid. And then like there's the behind the scenes of all her posts. Like you guys saw the train. She's like on the fucking the diesel train with all of like the single-use plastic items after posting something about like what was it, like being crowded on a German train to like fucking Berlin or something. I
Oh.
forget. But there was a post about that, and it was so dumb. I
And here's the
laughed.
thing is
when I
that
saw it.
it's whiny about like the wrong things. Because sure, look, throwing away plastic on the ground like in landfills is like really bad. But here's the thing: is single-use plastic isn't that bad as long as you recycle it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, as long as it's being reused for the right thing, that's the problem. And then you have these people who are like neo-Nazi, like, let's talk about the people. They're like neo-Nazi, like people who are like, oh, you can't do this; it hurts the environment. Even though, like, as long as you're recycling it's fine. There's these people who like. Have you seen the video of the? It's like 10 people in the middle of a street holding a banner, and they're holding up traffic, and it's for like environmental like fixing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a whole bunch of other
those
things.
people are the stupid. You're okay. When you're trying to do that, you need to win the minds of the people, not piss them off.
Yeah, not fucking
The man who-
agitate them.
Yeah, the man who like took their banner from him and like fucking threw it across the street.
Yeah,
He
power to
was a
that guy.
nurse, by the way. That man's a godsend.
Yeah, power to that guy.
But he was doing what needed to be done. If you want to do that, go ahead. Because here's the thing: is what you should be doing is you should be doing it to your congressman. Find your congressman's way to work, and then do it to him. Go for the people.
Oh, yeah.
Go for the people that are actually in charge, rather than the people who have nothing to do with it.
Right.
If you're gonna protest, go outside the congressman's like building, and sit there
Well,
for hours.
Well, I don't know about that, but I still get what you're trying to say. Don't just
It's
go
more-
out there and fucking block
Yeah.
traffic because of your opinion.
They have nothing to do with it.
Right.
Because at that rate, you're making people support climate change less. 'Cause
Right.
it's, oh, climate change is only supported by these weird assholes who make me 40 minutes late to work and make me lose my job.
Right. Yeah.
So it's yeah.
That's something. Oh God, I've got so much to talk about. I just realized that. That's something that I also wanted to say. Like I might be getting a little maybe controversial with some people here, but like, fucking like the gays and. Hold on. Stop.
That's a good way to start
Hold
it.
on.
That's a good way to
All
start
right.
The gays.
The gays and like the feminists, you have these stereotypes for them. You have these stereotypes for them, like the gays, they're all flamboyant and they kind
They're gay.
of yeah, they're gay. They kind of dress a little weird, but like how Nick was talking about with the people who go out and just do whatever the fuck they want. You're making that group look bad. You're setting a bad example for that group. You know what I mean? Like with radical feminism, there's a different way.
Oh yeah.
There's a different thing between radical feminism and actual feminism. Because radical feminists are the ones that you see all the time who are probably a little overweight, probably want you to refer to them as them, or they say they're non-binary or something like that. They probably have dyed hair, and they yell and they scream about nonsensical shit. Those are
And then you see
radical
real
feminists.
and they see
And-
real
but
feminists,
that's
and
the-
they're
when-
very calm, collected people
Exactly.
who have just They have beliefs and devotions, and they're willing to protest for them.
Exactly. But when you
You never
hear
see about
feminists, you
Yeah.
associate with the radical feminists. Same thing like when you hear about homosexual people, even lesbians, it's the same thing with girls who like girls. It's that it's that stereotype where, you know, the gays, the flamboyant gays are usually the upfront and usually what you think about when someone mentions that group. Just
And
like
if you ever met a
it's
few gay dudes, it's like they're usually pretty chill, and you usually
exactly.
can't tell.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're not openly gay. Like, you don't know that, like,
The
actual
thing,
people are gay.
but here's the thing: is that you shouldn't go around telling people your sexual orientation. Like, introducing yourself by like your sexual orientation makes it so it's like you care way too fucking much.
Right, yeah. If you scream about it, then
Like,
no one's gonna
hi,
listen.
I'm a girl. I like pussy. Like, you're like, okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Who
cool.
cares?
Pretty
Right.
hot.
And it's like, it's the whole thing again with like the people who are non-binary or who are transgender, like they again that whole group. You're most of the time again when you hear about someone like that, you think the person that screams at you to call them or they. But most of the time, again, the transgenders or the non-binaries will politely tell you to call them what you
Please,
want. And I'm
they're
fine with
nice
that.
about
But
it.
if you're gonna fucking scream at me about it, I'm gonna call you what the fuck I want.
Big man.
Exactly.
But
It's man.
And I still believe, you know, if you were born with a penis, then you are a man. If you were born with a vagina, then you are a woman. But if you are polite about it and you say that you are transgender or non-binary and you want me to call you something else and you don't fucking scream at me about it, then I'll call you them or they, because I'm fine with that. If you don't fucking scream at me about it, about climate change or about what you want the fuck to be called, then I'm not gonna do that. And that's the whole point with what Nick was trying to say.
The Australian bushfires, like, you need to do something about that now. Like, get every single cup of water you have in your house, fly over to Australia, and pour it on Australia.
I only drink ketamine.
Pour it on Australia.
It'll do.
Ketamine. But yeah, so I think what Nick was trying to say, and I might have blew it a little bit out of proportion, but I think what Nick was trying to say is that fucking people like, you know, again, who are loud and rambunctious
people
and
who
shit
are
like
loud,
that, you set bad
are the
examples
ones
for
who-
your group.
Yeah.
You set bad examples for what you stand for, and if you set a bad example for that group, people aren't going to join.
Yeah. Same
You.
with stuff like pastimes, like get nerdy here, I guess, but playing D&D. That game, when you play with like cool people, is actually legitimately fun.
Exactly.
But you have all these sweaty nerds that's all they talk about, and you're just like, and even as someone who like does something like that, you're like, man, I hate D&D. That sweaty nerd likes it. I don't fucking like it. So it's like if you stand out significantly for bad reasons, you make whatever you're representative of look bad.
Yeah. Wow. This is fun. I like this.
Oh,
We should do this more often.
Dominic, your turn, right?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the whole clusterfuck known as the conflict between America and Iran.
Oh,
So do you think that
let's
that's
go!
gonna be real? World War III is never gonna happen. World War
War
is never gonna happen, but
Nick,
it
we're
won't
gonna get there.
Also,
Alright, we're gonna
let's
start from the beginning.
let
We're gonna go
Dominic
all the way to now. Alright?
Dominic is
Alright.
military, man. Let him talk.
So,
Dominic's a fucking Chad.
beginning of time.
So,
Man,
in our whole universe, it was in a hot, dense state nearly 14 million years ago.
So
Expansion.
basically, God farted really just hard.
It all started with a
Doc?
big bang.
gas bubble, which made the Big Bang.
so Jaw took a fat shit.
Jaw took a fucking giant
May
shit.
have sharted.
He may have shorted just a little bit.
shitted.
Alright, so this basic conflict between America and Iran starts with Trump sending in a drone to obliterate 11 people in an airstrip in Iraq near Baghdad. Reason being, he was going after General, what was it, Qasim, I forgot his fucking name, Qasim Salamali.
Something like that.
Leader of the what was it, like the Cuds or whatever they're called? I don't know. some special force for the Iranian military. So he was boarding a flight, and he was going back to Iran, and yeah, like I said, there was like 11 people there. Two known terrorist leaders. I can't pronounce their names for the hell of me, but you can look it up on Wikipedia if you want. So, yeah, Trump obliterates his ass going after Qasim. Reason being because Qasim is considered a terrorist.
Right.
Even Obama himself claimed him as a terrorist, but didn't do anything.
Right.
He was a murderer, brutal killer of hundreds and thousands in Iran and across the region. Were killed because of this. And yeah, we obliterated them. And then in revolt, what was the militia group called that revolted and attacked the base? It was like
Wasn't it just the Iraqi militia?
No, it was like a specific. I know it was an Iraqi. Was it Iraqi? I thought it was Iranian. I don't remember.
Maybe it was Iranian.
It probably was Iranian.
Well, no,
was
because
in,
the whole conflict is between Iran.
and
Yeah.
America. But yeah, fuck, I'm trying to think of the. Okay, whatever. Wait, I think I found it. The Shia Islam militia group revolted and started attacking the United States Embassy, which was guarded by the United States Marine Corps. Marines didn't really do anything but sit in the filing room and wait for them to break in, which they never did. Yeah, we're Marine Corps. Okay. So, yeah, that goes on. Once that settles down a bit, Iran launches ballistic missiles towards two of our bases. One was in Iraq. I think it was near Baghdad, I think. I don't remember. But that fails. The other one fails too because we have overpowered surface-to-air missiles.
Right.
So, yeah, that didn't do anything. There's a lot of memes on that too. You've probably seen that.
Yeah, the whole missile thing.
Yeah, that happened. There's still a lot of conflict with that still going on a little bit, but then Trump sends in around 200 Army Rangers deployed to the Middle East to hopefully quell the crowds, or just prepare in general for any sort of movement that Iran might make in the future. So he does that. Then the Marine Corps is replaced by the 82nd Airborne because they didn't do anything.
Right.
Sorry, Enoch, but
Marines kind of fucking suck this time.
Yeah. So
One
yeah,
out of
they
100. Let's go.
reinforced the embassy with the 82nd Airborne, and so far there hasn't really been much going on that's caught my eye. I don't know about you guys, but I can tell you this much: that war is not, or like a draft, World War III, quote unquote, is not gonna come at all because the conflict is not large enough.
The conflict, it's not large enough because it's fucking Iran.
Yeah. It wouldn't be bigger than the Gulf War.
In fucking the Middle East that is still using tanks from the 60s that we used. It's just they don't have the equipment to be any sort of major threat.
And that's exactly what I wanted to say.
During the conflict that there was going to be World War III.
God, no.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. There was no, even if we did go to war, it would not be a World War III. It'd be us kicking some Iran.
It'd just be the Iran fucking US war.
It would be the Gulf
War
version 2.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It would be Desert Storm 2.0.
And here's the thing: is that, and here, if you are listening to this and you're doing this, if you're still posting World War III memes at the end of January, how you're posting, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even, I don't care what it is. Delete your account.
Die.
Please. It's annoying.
Nick, all you need to do is make a zero emissions boat, fly it somehow to Washington D.C. and start whining a bunch, and then maybe people
about Iran.
But the whole Iran thing, like how Dom was talking about, it's not gonna be World War III because Iran wouldn't directly attack a fucking world power.
Of course not. That'd be stupid.
The world power that has the biggest fucking army, military in the world. You're not they'd have to be high off their asses.
Sending missiles to us was a fucking huge mistake that they shouldn't have made. But we know that they're so tiny and they're so small and insignificant that they can't do anything.
Yeah.
That we just kind of brushed it off. We're like, all right, whatever,
I
go ahead.
See them like try to like. I kind of want to go to war with them only because we're 100% gonna beat them, and then it's gonna show all the other Middle Eastern countries
And-
that there's nothing to mess with.
It's
Like,
yeah.
just gonna be like
he's
the
been
war on
shown
terror.
like as pretty weak lately. Like ever since Obama got elected. Like sure he took out Bin Laden, but like what
It's
else?
because Bin Laden fucking quickscoped in CS:GO. God damn it!
God damn it,
I'm
Michelle.
killing him. Michelle.
He did that so
Michelle, we need to kill him.
Michelle, he fucking quickscoped me, and God, I'm going to beat his ass.
Oh, he definitely has wall hacks. Let's ban him from life.
Fucking spinbot. But yeah, anyway, fucking, it's just how my dad described it, which I thought was pretty funny, by the way, is he basically described it as one of us kicking Shaq in the knee. So like,
Oh,
the first
God.
time,
Oh,
the
probably
first
Small
time,
white man kicking
So,
Shaq in the knee.
the first time they sent the missiles was like kicking Shaq in the knee, and he just went, okay, that wasn't nice. Don't do it again.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll give you like a second chance. So they send the second volley missiles. Obviously, we kick Shaq in the knee again, and now he's like, "All right, let's chill
Picks
out.
you up by your neck.
No,
and
no,
then
no,
he's
no,
like-
not yet.
he's like-
Let's chill out." Didn't they send a third volley? I'm pretty sure they sent the third volley, right?
I
When-
don't.
when-
I think
when
there
did they
was
shoot down their own
3
plane?
rounds. I don't remember. Oh,
There was-
that was before, wasn't it?
There was a third volley of missiles, and so we kicked Shaq in the knee again, and he's basically, "All right, do that fucking one more time, and I swear to fucking God," right? And so they didn't do it
Yeah.
again because they probably knew 3 was enough, and they didn't
Yeah.
kill anyone. And I'm sure if they sent out a 4th volley, we definitely would have fucking done something about it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say it's probably like in the Gulf War where like, where some of the soldiers like Iraqi soldiers would like they would fire shots off and then surrender. Whereas more of just like, let's do this because we did it, and then we're done. We're not fighting these guys. They're gonna kick our asses.
Exactly. You don't fuck with a world power.
Yeah.
And that's and just the whole thing is like, man, it's gonna come out racist again. But they don't fucking learn their lesson.
Well, here's the
Even
thing, it's-
after
it's
we've been
different.
fighting with that whole, we've been fighting in that whole area for so fucking long. They need to fucking learn their lesson.
This is
Again,
like
you
one
don't
of the
fuck
first
with a world power.
conflicts, too, that like, the original deployed soldiers' children fought in the same war that they did.
Yeah.
Like we've been there since the '80s, and we're still having more conflicts with this sort of shit.
But here's the thing: is that it's not like a Vietnam where we're getting tired of it because it's never that bad.
Oh,
We
yeah,
are
no.
getting
If
tired
they
of it.
want-
It's
if
just
they
we're-
want-
We're definitely getting
it's
tired
just-
of it. It's
Getting
just
tired of it, but
horrible
not
shit.
enough.
out
Like,
of hand. It's not like an actual.
Yeah,
war.
not enough for us to actually fucking like. I
Yeah.
mean, sure we did pull out of Afghanistan, but like fucking,
we were there for too long.
Nothing's going on in Afghanistan really now. So
not anymore, yeah, because we
yeah,
fucking pounded
that's
them to a
quelled
pulp.
right now. We're trying to deal with like everything else. Now
Exactly.
there's more conflict with
North
the current
Korea.
like, small amount of terrorists that are left.
North
but
Korea and possibly China with their whole fucking shit that they're pulling all the time.
Let's not talk about China for a bit.
I fucking hate
Isn't that
China.
Banned by the Geneva Convention, like 100%. Like they can't do
What,
that.
bioweapons? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
G-
Yeah,
yeah,
they can.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
you can't. No, you can't
Even
use
if they
bioweapons
did
at all.
release it on America, wouldn't like Britain and like Russia?
No, there would be a huge problem. There would be a huge problem.
And there should be. There should be a huge problem.
Then
I fucking hate China.
Like, dude, like the second they release a bioweapon on us, we're nuking them.
no, not nuking.
have
them,
my-
but definitely-
Hey, Enoch. I don't know what his
Rules
name.
have been-
Garcon. Garcon said you're cute.
Oh, I love you guys home.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
That's boy in French.
Is it
I
actually?
know it is.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's boy in French.
fucking French.
I think
fry.
it's kind of funny how like you're at a French
Boy.
restaurant, and you just scream boy. At
Shouldn't it be
someone. It's
man?
like, boy, give me some bread.
No, it's boy.
Garcon, give me bread.
Oh,
All right, so that.
Now, listen, you're a simp.
Garcon.
I'm gonna have to report you back to Cusco.
Gonna have to.
Okay. I drive myself home from high school, right? Because I have a car.
This sounds like the starting of a really bad porn ad.
Is it? Wait,
It
is this like your topic?
No, this is just something that happened. My topic was going to be the bushfires because I
Talk
didn't realize you
about
were talking about that
something.
as well.
Oh,
I
when you said
am.
bushfires, Nick, I thought you were talking about like.
We're almost an hour in.
Bushes.
We can
like
keep
your
going.
Getting lit on fire.
fire in college,
Let's just say.
Australian bushfire.
We keep it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Speaking of the bushfires, can we talk about the chick that to help support the bushfires? That she is.
You
She wants him to
goddamn
happen,
you
or
lagged
she's
out there for
trying
me.
to like stop him.
Well, it was like raise money to like help stop them. Her name was Kaylin Ward.
You
And-
can't really help stop them though. They're like it's
you
just
know you can build money to help like there's totally stuff you can help stop.
Well, I
them.
mean, you could help the people. Like you could like.
No, there's a way you can help stop it. You gotta pay for it though. It's money.
Everything's pretty much money.
Yeah.
Like what my econs teacher said.
Money
There's
makes
no such
the
thing as a
world
free
go
lunch.
round.
But apparently like her life, like she like I don't think she would have done it realizing it because her parents won't talk to her. I think she got banned off of Instagram because she was an Instagram model. But she raised $700,000.
Oh, you're talking about the lady who sent out the nudes for $700,000.
What's her fucking name? Give me a name.
I said it. Kaylin Ward.
Kaylin Ward.
You're talking about the nudes lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
she
dude.
100% like ruined her life with those.
No,
junk
but that's like
videos.
such a power. That's a G move though. She
Oh, yeah.
made.
You're not wrong. Holy fuck.
Oh
I
my
have-
She
god.
actually did that.
I did not hear about this. How did I not hear about this?
you
Oh
not-
my
did you not-
god.
Wow. Oh my
She
god,
literally,
that's
like, made a post
insane.
on like Twitter or something like that, and she was like, "My parents stopped talking to me.
Yo, she-
This one guy like blocked me, but you know what? Save the koalas."
Oh my god, no fucking way. I've got a tweet right here. I'm sending nudes to every person who donates at least $10 to any one of these fundraisers. Any one of these fundraisers for the wildfires in Australia. What?
That is like a
No,
Chad move.
she's a G.
Hold the fuck on, though. Nudes, though.
That's yeah. I mean, that's kind of the main selling point.
Here's the thing.
I don't know. I feel like
Is
that's
that
a little much.
Well, no, dude. Are you kidding me? That's such a good way to like raise money.
Oh, nudes, yeah.
Oh, dude. She made $700,000.
I thought she made a
telling
mill. Didn't she make over $1 million? I thought she made
No,
over $1 million.
No, 700,000. That's close. to-
700,000
That's what,
within
like
2 days.
almost
Wait, 700,000 within 2 days.
almost a third of $1 million, right? Something like
700,000
Is
almost-
2/3. Is 3/3.
I'm not good at math.
Wait, Nick, did you say?
What?
Nick, did you just say 3/3? You fucking
Did
retard.
I said 3/4. My bad. I
Oh
also
my
cannot
God.
do math.
For,
it's okay.
for
We
anyone
have an aged
still
person.
What is
watching,
loading? I don't like that.
it's
That
the
better not
it's
be
the
one of
it's
the
the
nudes.
it's the tweet. It's the tweet.
Okay.
It's
And the news.
it's censored.
Oh, are you showing the chat like on stream?
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's not loading for me anyway.
Yeah, it's not on for me either.
Oh, you know what? It might actually be blocking it out because of nudes. I don't know. I don't know how I could show it.
Wait, is it actually
No.
news?
No,
Is that-
it's censored.
Oh well, yeah.
I think I know what
Also
article you were
blocking
looking
it.
at, so I can try and put it through. If it
Yeah, if you try putting it through.
Where'd I put it? Fuck. Killing word. Images. I think here. I'm gonna DM it to you real quick just to make sure this.
Yeah,
is
if
the
you
one
DM it to me,
you're
I'll
talking about.
I'll look
I
at it.
don't. I don't want to. Not fuck. Okay. This one.
All right, let's see.
Fuck. It's not loading. God.
Yeah, it's not loaded. Oh fuck.
What if I try it?
Is
Nah,
it actually like?
it's
Wow. No way.
It's a pic of her. She's got a nice ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
it the one with
yeah.
the
I
smiley
mean,
face?
no one would want to buy
Yeah,
it.
it's the one with the smiley face.
Okay. Oh, now it loaded.
It did.
Yeah, on Ice GM'd it too. That one.
Fuck. There we go. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
For anyone still watching, this is what it looks like. Go ahead and get your quick jerk offs now, even though it's censored.
I mean,
Don't.
You can find it on the internet.
No, dude. It would not take that
But
long.
yeah, like totally
doesn't.
fucking power to her. I mean, even though she kind of exploited her body for, you know.
I mean,
well,
sure
it's
she
not
did that.
Nothing
for
out of the
her own
usual
though.
here.
I was gonna say.
Just for a good cause this time.
Yeah, definitely for a good cause. Huh.
Oh, dude, that totally is.
I mean, I'm joking. But you know what I mean. It's a little exploitative to whatever the fuck you pronounce. I'm retarded, but she's exploiting her
know.
body for money. Okay, that's something I don't
But
exactly
it's not
promote.
like she's not taking the money though, which is.
I know.
Say,
I'm just saying.
It's not like her money. It's not like it's going to her. It's going to charities.
I'm just saying.
Okay, can we talk about how every year this stuff happens? Like I'm sure you've seen the post of how 2020 started out terribly.
I hate those
Everyone
posts.
2020 is 2019 too.
It's
Dude,
literally no. Every year this happens. Bad stuff happens. Like I think 2018, Carrie Fisher died at the very beginning, and everyone was freaking out over that because so many celebrities have died.
Oh, yeah, can we all agree that the last Star Wars movie was fucking shit?
Okay, but let's not talk about that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But no, people focus
things
way too
happen
much.
Throughout like all year, no matter what. Like
Yep.
it's not just the beginning, it's not the end. Like most of the
focus
bad
on it
stuff
'cause
that
it's the-
happened, like the coronavirus, started last year.
I was gonna say everyone focuses on what's the bad once it's like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be good this year, and then someone's like, no, it's not, and they post, like hundreds dead with coronavirus. Like everything bad stuff happens all year
All
round.
the fucking
It's just
time,
these fucking, and you know what? I'm gonna blame it. It's the fucking meme culture. Meme culture focuses on these fucking shitty things, so their stupid pages get like lit the fuck up.
Well, I mean, yeah, not the true memers. Like you're talking about the fucking Redditors and Tumblr users and shit like that.
Instagram
That's the
pages.
majority.
Instagram pages too. Instagram pages are really bad.
But like the
sometimes.
fucking
Instagram pages just literally all they do is they just post stuff that they see in other apps.
I was gonna say, it's just
just to get a quick nab of that little Insto money, Insto views. I get what you're
Instagram
saying.
meme pages that post ads on their fucking pages are toxic as shit.
Yeah, that's why I only
one cares
follow
about your
Zelda's butt. Zelda's butt is great. Everyone, by the way, I gotta promote this, man. Everyone, go follow this Instagram account. He's fucking great.
No, are you promoting?
Zelda's butt. I was wondering why, like, I don't know. Emma always sends me memes by Zelda's butt.
Because he's fucking epic, dude. Zelda's butt is fucking epic. I don't care what the fuck you say.
Like, promote us back, then I literally want.
Please promote us back, sir.
And I also want to go back on the topic of like the whole they them scenario. Can we just say that like I'm in the Apex Legends server, right? Like the official Apex Legends server. Right.
Is it toxic? I feel like that'd be toxic.
And it is. And the whole thing that I want to talk about is like the people who just started on Apex are like fucking horrible. And if you guys know Bloodhound, right? Like you don't. You're not.
Post a picture of him in the chat. So,
okay. I'll post it. I'll post them later so I can. But I'll keep talking. But like, in that server, because supposedly I'm still gonna call him he because fuck you, even though the voice actor is officially a female. Bloodhound is supposed to be non-binary, and in that server, if you don't call him a they or a them, you get fucked over.
Dude,
you are yelled at.
I don't get what the point of that is. That's not the whole point of Bloodhound. That's not the reason why it's like sure, yeah, it is non-binary, but that's like Bloodhound is supposed to be like a cool, mysterious character.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to bitch over his fucking gender.
It's like, oh, dude, like they're showing off the fact that it's like could be any gender.
Yeah, you're not supposed to fucking bitch about his gender.
Like, there's a chance that could be an alien that doesn't even have the conception of gender.
I was gonna say, probably does. If that character was real, they wouldn't care.
No, yeah, 100%.
It's like I don't have a gender. If you want to call me he, that's fine. Like. It wouldn't care. It's I don't know, forcing personifications of like genders on characters that really don't need it is stupid.
Yeah, and like a whole bunch of that was the other thing that I wanted to talk about with Apex. Fucking okay. This is more with Nick. I don't know if anyone else really knows about Forge, unless you guys do.
Yeah.
But I'm sure my viewers will get bored here in a second. But they were talking about Forge, right? And how like they wanted to play him, and then a whole bunch of people, because I think Bangalore came out with like a statement about Forge on the Apex Twitter. You can check it out if you want. And like I think what he did was he like tapped her on the shoulder and like held her waist for like 2 seconds, like her hips, and like everyone was screaming fucking rape. And how they didn't want to play a character who sexually assaults a lady. And then I said,
Me too.
I came up, and I totally shut down the chat. And I'm so glad because I know a mod in there, and I kind of know the owner because she's in the other server as well that I mod in. But fucking, I came in and I was like, bruh, you literally play a man who fucking gasses people. For fun. For fucking fun.
Yeah.
And they're bringing out fucking murderous.
Nazi.
You literally murder people in the game. Like, it's shown that they fucking kill. And you're screaming about sexual assault and how you don't want to play a player who sexually assaults people.
If you're anti like murder and stuff like that, and you're like the whole boomers that are like, oh, like video games are so violent, like let's not play them. Why are you playing Apex? Like,
exactly.
You're obviously like the kind of person, if you're like anti-rape, even if like, oh wow, someone touched you on the hip.
There are characters who kill children.
And fucking exactly, and you still play them. Like, and I brought up
talk about Wraith's like story. Like she was like tortured as like a child and stuff.
Yeah, you still
it doesn't fucking matter.
And like the whole point that I also brought up was like fucking the sexual assault thing. Like, you literally punch and kick and kill females in the game, and you don't hear fucking people screaming about it, do you? No. And I also brought up the point of GTA. People fucking play GTA all the time, and it's fun. But you never hear anything about it, like how they cuss and how you can literally murder thousands and get away with it, and how you can launder money. But again, you come out here and you scream about sexual assault and how you don't want to fucking play someone who's sexually assaulted. You play someone who fucking gasses people. And you love it.
It has to do with player demographics. It's stuff like games with like a lot of character depth are fun. People enjoy them. I do. It's the same shit with Overwatch. Here's the thing: is games like that, Overwatch and Apex, it attracts a completely different crowd because of the characters. There's people playing the game just because of the characters and not so much of the game it is.
Just for Tracer's fat ass. I'm sorry.
So yeah, you get a bunch of people that normally wouldn't be playing video games that are playing them now, and now are complaining because this stuff is, normal, not rape, but like
right. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
it's normal, and it's just they're not used to it.
Right, and just like all I really want to say is I'm gonna sound like a boomer here, but you guys will fucking agree. People get offended way too often nowadays.
Yeah.
Way too fucking often. I can say. I can, and it's like the whole thing with opinions as well.
People are gonna get pissed off at this podcast.
I don't care. That's the point. 100%. That's the point.
I was gonna say,
it's a debate. It's a debate. Point.
But like, there's gonna be people who are gonna hear this and hate this.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead.
Real quick to like the viewers that are watching. If you don't agree with like what we're saying, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Like, don't complain about us online and be like, oh, they're like racist, oh, they're sexist. Don't watch it. It's not meant for you.
But everyone who's watching right now, I'm sure would agree with us. And if not, then that's okay.
Watching. But if Enoch, get off your Xbox.
But like I'm
playing Disney Plus.
The whole thing with being offended, and the other thing is like having an opinion. You can't have an opinion anymore nowadays either. You say one fucking thing that's different from someone else's beliefs, and you are murdered. You get murdered fucking because of it. Yeah. And the whole thing with cancel culture and shit like that. Because you have a different opinion than someone else, than a different demographic, you fucking get canceled because of it. You get murdered because of it. You get shot down offline because of it. And it's fucking stupid. And people need to realize that opinions aren't right or wrong. Yeah, true. Yeah, totally. Fucking white people are stupid. And I'm white.
You see these posts by like white people where they think the other person's white, and then it's posted like it's like by an Indian dude or something, and they're like, and it's like a post about Indian dudes. It's like actually, by the way, I'm talking about myself in this, and they immediately shut down. Yeah, because they're like, we're in the wrong. They have no spines.
Exactly. You just it pisses me off how you can't. Freedom of expression is just dead.
Yeah.
Chivalry is dead, boys.
See, like they're all like, oh, let's take away freedom, like right to bear arms and stuff like that. Literally, the citizens in America right now are shutting down the like freedom of speech, freedom of press.
Exactly.
No opinions at all.
I personally,
have a fucking
as a
opinion.
communist party, member of Communist Party, I don't think we need freedom of speech. I think you need to get shot if you say anything against the
As
government.
a communist, I personally believe that we should have guns on the streets at all times. But if you don't like guns and you have a different opinion of what I have, then I should be able to shoot you. Because I am
I'm going to
communist.
shoot you.
Alright, Nick, I
No.
don't,
Yeah,
like,
I should shoot you.
100% agree
Oi,
with
bring
what
it.
you said, like about like you know, die or whatever. But like we wouldn't have.
That was
we
a
have
joke.
problem.
That was a joke.
Like I know it's a joke. I'm 100%
For
like
all
joking
legal
right now.
reasons.
But there would be none of those problems. Like there would be no arguments and comments of like posts. or anything
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
no, we wouldn't
That was
exist.
the thing.
Talking-
Like it would be
talking bad about
100%
the
wrong.
collective.
That's kind of what's
Right.
happening
No,
in China.
but we are
Like, you can't
here.
say Tiananmen Square, like Chinese will like hunt you down.
We are here to deliver the fucking truth. And
Mostly-
by
but
God, if
mostly our
we
opinion.
don't, yeah, mostly our opinion, but the fucking truth.
Can I say something real quick? Just
Go ahead.
just to Nick. I think this is the longest we've like talked online without.
Yeah, we
no
should
argument.
totally do this more often. I fucking love this.
We should. This is great. Like, I get to get like all my anger out on like,
Right?
the internet instead of at Nick.
Yeah.
Exactly. You guys are
Sweet.
bonding. This is fun.
Sparky.
You guys are healing. I want Enoch or Nick to film themselves coming over to each other's house and just hugging it out. Please.
Yes.
Alright, bet.
Yes.
Well, tongue and
Kiss,
mouth.
kiss,
makeup
kiss,
session.
kiss, 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 kiss. All right.
All right.
Anyways, do we want to talk about anything else? We have hit.
I have
the
something.
1 hour and 30. All right.
One last thing.
Okay.
One last thing.
Virginia. All of the gun shit going on over there. Let's talk about that.
I don't know.
Have
what's
you guys
going
heard
on.
anything about that at all?
Yeah,
Going
the
on?
whole
Yeah,
fucking
the bill going
yeah.
on. Yeah, it's.
I've not.
Oh, you haven't? I'm very surprised. You know,
I
Yeah,
haven't
no,
either.
I don't look at news a lot.
News makes me
I
upset.
don't either,
sometimes.
but this one hit me hard because you know.
military
So
man.
yeah, Virginia. What was the fucking politician's name? It was like Northam or something. Here it is. Yeah, Ralph Northam decided that he would start passing a law for more gun control, known as the red flag legislation,
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right
where law enforcement can just go up to people's house and
That's
demand
old.
to take their guns. Yeah,
That's
I know,
old.
but they're
Dumb.
enforcing it in Virginia now. It's
See, like,
old, but they're
it-
enforcing it.
Well,
now.
here's
It
the thing.
kinda
That
makes
allows for
sense, but, like, it's
discrimination. That allows
Yeah.
for a lot of discrimination.
Exactly.
I'm not saying all cops are bad. A lot of cops are very good. You know, if you've ever like met and actually talked to like cops, they're real people. That's the best way to
Yeah.
describe it. But at the same time, you allow that, and then you can have like there's area for discrimination where like if it's completely up to the cop to just take it and not by an actual like system, that's a huge problem.
Wait, I bet you none of the cops are actually going to follow this because Virginia
I was gonna say
started
one
out with
Virginia.
very, very loose gun laws.
Right.
you
say,
Yeah,
need
it's
a
fucking
permit
Virginia.
to
Yeah.
have a firearm in the first place. So I think all of the cops are just going to be like, yeah, fuck you. No, we're not doing this. We're going to the NRA rallies. Eat my ass.
Yeah.
So like, it's. I know it's not going to pass, but all of this like gun control shit is just going to keep stirring the pot of the boogaloo, and then it's going to come eventually if they keep pushing it.
now.
It's
But
gonna
like
be quick though.
that's not gonna help with the fact that like there's gonna be school shootings and stuff like that. People
Oh, no,
get their
it's gonna
guns
be worse.
illegally unregistered, and they're gonna hide it if a cop goes up to their house and is like, "I'm confiscating your gun."
Yeah.
Like, sure, they're probably gonna do a search, like, "Oh, see if you have a gun," but like, you're gonna hide it. Like, not gonna be sus
Right,
about
yeah.
it at all.
There's so many people, you can't really like search everybody's house. You're most likely gonna search the people who actually have the firearm registered first
Yeah,
to get
because
them,
I mean, like, people are
which
kind
gives
of
them time to execute their master plan of killing multiple targets in an area.
it's like it's a bad thing that it's happening, but there's kind of not really a way to stop it because like in like the UK and stuff like that, they have really strict gun laws, but there's still mass killings. Like somebody
It's so bad.
like blew up a cafe with a pressure cooker once.
Yeah, there was
Dedication.
like somebody was it like they had vest they had a GoPro camera on their vest, and it was, what was it,
New Zealand.
yeah, New Zealand.
The
and
mosque.
It was, yeah,
The mosque shooter.
That was
He
really
shot
bad.
up
That
the
was
the
fucked.
mosque,
That was
and
really
at the
bad.
end said subscribe to PewDiePie. Like, this is what I'm
Dude,
talking about.
That is
Again,
a very
and
scary image.
that's with
'Cause
the whole.
If you were in any like discords or like communication with really edgy people, the memes about that were so unreal. And you have to understand that this guy, a fucking evil genius, streaming that and acting like it was a meme was so goddamn effective at like people
was.
heard about
Yeah,
that. For a while, I was scared that you would see that again.
and like the whole thing again, how we were talking about in the past, he set a very bad example for a specific group of people.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
just like
there's,
I don't mind, if someone has a gun. Obviously, they have limitations and regulations on that. But this man, I'm sure he was probably on some sort of watch list. I mean, he made a fucking manifesto. Someone had to have been watching him, right? And still, somehow he was allowed into a country with a bag full of fucking guns. And he was able to kill people, and no one did anything about it until after he did so.
Didn't he end up killing himself too? Like the authorities didn't even catch him.
I think so.
I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't follow the story. All I know is that I watched the video. I was disgusted, and it shouldn't have happened. It really shouldn't have happened. And it wasn't just him. It's all the shootings that have been going on so far, because obviously there have been more that we've heard about, a whole bunch of different shootings at religious sites, and we're letting it happen somehow. I'm not a very big fan of gun control laws, but there definitely needs to be something in place that limits the use of such things. Like
Here's
maybe
the
put
thing.
an alarm on a gun or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Here's the
Fuck.
thing. Here's the thing is the way I always look at gun control is it is not a left or right thing.
Right.
A pure left side doesn't work and a pure right side. It needs to be some sort of combination of both philosophies that works.
Right.
I don't know. You got to figure it out. We got to
There's
figure it out.
nothing
but
that we can do about this problem. It's a people problem, not a
I'm gonna
gun.
say it's
Hey,
also
Yeah,
like,
that's true. It's
Yeah,
all it depends on the person.
Like we have
It's the
things
society.
enforced to prevent things like this. Like we have background checks to make sure if they're mentally ill or not, or if they have previous illegal activities with firearms or whatever it be. It's just we can't
Well-
really do much about this. Removing firearms is just going to continue to cause the problem.
Yeah, in most cases they are legally like obtained, so like
Yeah.
they don't go through the background check or anything like that.
Most of these shooters don't plan on leaving the scene alive.
Right.
So whatever they do beforehand doesn't matter. It's just getting the firearm, most likely from an illegal dealer, automatic, and then going to the site, executing, and then just holding out until they're either killed or they have to kill themselves.
Right.
stuff with there's I know there's the gun show loophole where I don't know how it exactly works, but you can basically get a gun without all the the normal background checks. I've heard a concept, and I actually kind of agree with this. If you sell a gun like that illegally and that person kills people with it, you get just as bad as a punishment as they are, because you're equally as responsible.
Right.
You gave them a weapon to do that. That is your fault.
Right. I don't know. I just think either that or we need to crack down on the whole mental health problem.
That's the hard part too, because a lot of these shooters are perfectly fine beforehand when they purchase a legal firearm too.
Yeah.
And then something snaps, and then a bunch of people.
I think with the Virginia shooter, there was nothing inherently wrong with him at all,
No, there wasn't.
and he just did it for no reason. I mean, obviously, maybe
People
signs
lose it.
signs that didn't show, but obviously there was something that was there that made him snap. And I don't want to bring up the fucking Joker and be a gamer's kind of rise up sort of thing. But that was the whole point of the movie, was to put more awareness on mental health and stuff like that. That was the whole point of the movie, was to make people aware of mental health, and that, you know, people are suffering and they're not getting help for it, and this is why some of these things happen. And I think that, you know, we need to find out a way to help these people, because I'm sure if we help them, you know, my dad, I keep bringing up my dad, but he's a great dude. My dad always says a smile goes a long fucking way. And I'm sure helping someone, and if we find out who is, you know, not right in the head, and we give them help, I'm sure they can change. I'm sure that these things wouldn't happen, but it's just people don't care enough, and that's why these things happen. And I think we need to crack down on mental health.
All right. Do you wanna? I think we should cut it
Yeah,
close.
that was honestly a good note to.
I think
do
that
we
was
want
a
to
good
end it
one.
on a little bit of a lighter note?
Do we? I mean, that was pretty light. Like, everyone
Fortnite
loved
Ninja
each
does TikToks. You should go watch those.
Shut up.
End it now. End it.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'll do the outro since it'll be streaming on my channel and stuff like that. I want to thank everyone that came out and watched the stream. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I want to thank you for joining me in the next couple of episodes. How many we do, I don't know.
Thank you for, if you're watching this, even if we're not streaming, if you're watching or recording this, thank you. We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you
we
so
love
much.
that. This
I want
means a lot.
to say thank you for 80 subscribers, and thank you for helping me pass 14,000 views on the Socks Under Tractor channel, and we hope to see you guys in the next episode of the podcast. So for all of us here at the Zingers official podcast, thank you, and you guys have a good day.
Love you all.
We love you.
Love you.